Welcome to Hidden Points. Imagine living in a world that praises speed, early success, loud achievements, and constant comparison. Now, imagine being the person who doesn't peak early, who doesn't find their direction at the same time as everyone else. Imagine being someone who blooms quietly, slowly, and deeply. This is the psychology of the late bloomer. These minds don't fail to grow. They just grow to a different rhythm. The world misunderstands them because our society rewards the fast and overlooks the steady. Yet psychology shows that late bloomers are often the ones who end up the strongest, the most grounded, and the most self-aware. Why? Because their growth comes from real internal understanding, not from external pressure. Let's look at a powerful example. Ethan from Ohio. He spent his entire childhood struggling in school. He was always the last to finish his assignments, the last to understand the lessons. While his classmates rushed ahead, he felt like his brain was moving through thick mud. Everyone, including his teachers and sometimes even his parents, thought he was slow. The reality was, his mind was simply developing on a different pathway. Psychologists call this delayed integration. It means the brain takes longer to gather experiences, to absorb information from different sources, and then, often suddenly, everything connects. The pieces fall into place. In his mid-20s, Ethan discovered a talent for engineering that seemed to appear out of nowhere. But the truth is, it wasn't out of nowhere. It was building in him the entire time, brick by brick, from all those years of slow, deliberate processing. He wasn't failing, he was integrating. Then there's the story of Sarah from California. She watched all her friends go to college, land their first jobs, and start serious relationships, while she felt completely stuck in a life that made no sense to her. She worked a series of small, unfulfilling jobs, constantly wondering why she couldn't just find her purpose. People around her whispered that she lacked motivation or ambition, but her brain was undergoing what psychologists call identity maturation. This means she needed more time, more experiences, and more quiet reflection to understand who she was before she could choose a path that truly fit her life. At 30, she started her own design company. To everyone's surprise, it grew faster than anyone expected. But it wasn't a surprise to her. All those years, she wasn't failing. She was collecting insight, developing her unique taste, and learning how she wanted to exist in the world. She was building a foundation so strong that when she was finally ready to build her career on top of it, it was unshakable. Psychology shows us that late bloomers often have high levels of reflective thinking. This is a crucial trait. It means they think deeply before they act. They analyze before they decide. They move only when something feels genuinely right, instead of just following the noise and expectations around them. Their seemingly slow start actually gives them incredible stability. They don't rush into the wrong careers or the wrong relationships just to keep up. They don't waste years undoing early mistakes made under pressure. They build their lives with intention, not momentum. Another key strength is that late bloomers often show strong internal validation. This means their motivation doesn't come from external praise, likes, or comparison. It comes from within. This internal compass protects them from the burnout and identity confusion that so many people face when they tie their self-worth to outside approval. Studies consistently show that late bloomers often report higher long-term life satisfaction. This is because they make choices based on their own inner readiness, not on a social expectation or a ticking clock. They build a life that feels authentic to them, and that is the ultimate source of fulfillment. Our society teaches us that there is a correct timeline. We are told to bloom at the same time, graduate at the same time, get a job at the same time, and settle down at the same time. But real life doesn't work that way. The human brain doesn't grow in perfect, predictable synchronization. Your nervous system has its own unique timeline, shaped by your experiences, your biology, and your environment. Some minds need more experience before they can unlock their full potential. Some hearts need more time and more lessons before they can confidently choose their passion. Late bloomers are not behind. They are becoming. Their journey isn't slow. It is layered, it is rich, and it is powerful and full of meaning. The truth is, late bloomers are often the ones who rise quietly and stay strong for the long haul. They last because they took the time the world refused to give them. They learned to listen to their inner voice and trust their own timing. The world desperately needs minds like their steady minds, patient minds, minds that bloom when they are truly ready, not when they are told. The psychology of the late bloomer reveals a fundamental truth that many of us forget in the race of modern life. Your timeline is not wrong. It is yours. Your story is not late. It is unfolding in the exact moment you are meant to grow. Trust your process. Thank you for watching, and if this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights.